tomorrow is the language test. So today we are going to be reviewing for the language test as well as doing page 47 and 48. Some of that on there will have to do with what's on the language test. Right now I need your eyes up here. Eyes up here, and we're going to review. The first thing on your language test will be taking singular words and making them plural. So we're going to review the rules for making words plural. Okay, and I said put your eyes up here, and some of you are looking at your paper. This is not on your paper right now. This is up here. To form the plural, add s to the end of most nouns. So most of the time, you're just going to add s, but we've learned certain rules. One of them is if it ends in
CH, SH, SX, or Z, add ES.
We learned if it ends in
F or FE, change the F or FE to a V and add ES.
We learned if it ends in
A
a
Y preceded by a consonant, change the Y to an I and add ES.
So if you see a Y at the end of the word, look in front of it. If it's a consonant, change the Y to an I and add ES. But if it ends in a Y preceded by a vowel, just add S. So if it's a Y and you're looking for the Y and it's a vowel, just add S. Then we learned a few words that aren't on this chart. They were words that stayed the same, whether it was singular or whether it was plural, they stayed the same. They were elk, moose, antelope, deer. Very good. And there was one more that didn't have anything to do with, oh, we forgot that one. I was going to say, didn't have anything to do with, I was going to say the other one. What's the other one that you said? Sheep. Sorry. You thought I was pointing to go. But there was one more. Who knows what the other one was? It doesn't have anything to do with sheep, elk, antelope, or moose. Fish. Very good. Fish is singular and fish is plural. And then there were the words that just change entirely. What were they? Okay, say the singular and the plural. Tooth becomes teeth.
Goose, geese.
Goose, geese.
Man, men.
Man, men.
Woman, man.
No, woman, women. Women. Woman, women. Everybody say that one.
Woman, women.
I'm sure you would spell it right because you know that the singular is spelled with a man and the plural is spelled with men in it. But you guys just need to learn how to pronounce it. So one woman, many women. Grace. Mouse, mice. That was a tricky one. Anybody else? That was one you were saying? Abby? Foot, feet. What about ox?
Oh wait, I know one that only.
Oh,
that
don't
doesn't
blurt it.
change.
No, you're blurting out. Please don't blurt. Please don't blurt. What about ox? Owen? Oxen. That was a tricky one because it doesn't follow the rule of the chart because it says CH, SH, SX, or Z add ES. But on ox, it changes to oxen. What's another one that changes? We are talking about ones that change. Instead of raising your hand, have something in your mind. Then raise your
I
hand.
knew something, but there's
Okay.
there's so
You
many
forgot?
answers out. So.
Grace?
Child, children.
Child and children. Very good. Child and children. Yes, Jonathan?
This is for something that stays, but cheese.
No, there's many different kinds of cheese. We'd say the cheeses all tasted delicious.
Yeah.
Cheeses. So that would be add a S because cheese already ends in an E, so you just add a S and it becomes cheeses.
Yeah.
All right, so that is the first section on your test where you're going to take singular words and make them plural. All right, the next section we have on the board, we're going to do this on the board where you're going to find the common and the proper nouns. So everybody look at this middle section. All right, and I actually have done what I would want you to do on your test. I'm going to make you circle the word common and box the word proper because as you do the sentences on your test, you're going to circle the common and box the proper. And everybody's eyes should be up here. Everybody's. All right? First sentence says Hawaii is a group of islands in the Pacific Ocean. So what is the first noun and is it common or proper? Adam?
I was telling you something for a hint for the test. Just look at the first letter of the word. It will help you then.
No, actually, I did that for you guys. It's not like that on the test.
It's not gonna be
No,
capitalized.
no, it is not. I capitalized it on the board because I wanted to remind you that proper is always capitalized. On the test, the instructions on the test, it is not capitalized.
Hawaii.
Yes, Hawaii. You have to remember this capitalized. I capitalized it up here, but on the test, it is not capitalized, guys.
Okay.
It is just lowercase. So what am I gonna do to Hawaii?
Boxers.
Box it, because that is a proper noun. Very good, box it. Okay, make sure it's a nice neat box. Remember I suggested a line below, a line above, and connect the sides. Because some of you guys get lazy and you do this number. Well, that's part box and part circle. I'll show you what I was doing. Part box and part circle. I need it to be a complete box, not which one was this, a box or a circle. I don't want to have to decide what you did. I want it to look like what you're supposed to do. What's another one?
Ocean.
Ocean. Does it just say ocean though? Doesn't it say Pacific Ocean? All right, so is that common or proper? Proper, because it is capitalized. This is a specific ocean. Pacific Ocean is the Pacific Ocean, right? All right, so we would box it. They didn't just say ocean, they said Pacific Ocean, so that is proper. Very good. Give me another one, Micah.
Islands.
Islands, is that common or proper?
Common.
Very good. Islands would be common. It's not capitalized. The actual island is Hawaii. That's proper. Anybody know another one? There's one more.
Group is
Group.
common.
Group is common. Very good. Group is common. All right, let's read the next sentence. My family went to Hawaii in June. Brennan, family is common. Family is common. Give me another one, Eric. Hawaii. Hawaii would be proper. All right, and there's one more. Landon? June. What would that be? Proper. Very good. June is a particular month, right? So June is. Take your jacket off. That is not uniform, and you're playing with it. All right. My grandparents will visit the islands in December. My grandparents will visit the islands in December. Grace?
Islands.
Okay, what am I gonna do? Common or proper?
Common.
Common. All right. Olivia. Olivia with A. My grandparents will visit the islands in December. December. Common or proper?
Proper.
Proper. Okay, so we're going to do what? Everybody? Box it. All the days of the week and months of the year are all going to be proper because they're capitalized. All right, what's next? The other Olivia.
Grandparents.
Grandparents. Grandparents is common. Very good. And I believe that's it for that sentence. Let's move on to the next sentence. Everybody read it with me. Visitors to Hawaii enjoy beaches, waterfalls, and volcanoes. All right, someone who hasn't done it yet. Liam.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Proper. Very good. Hawaii is proper. All right. Zeke.
Volcanoes.
Volcanoes is
Common.
common. Very good. You know, they do have names, these volcanoes, so if they actually named a volcano, then that would be proper. But we didn't, we just called them volcanoes. Grace?
Beaches.
Beaches. That is
Common.
common. All right. Abby?
Waterfalls is common.
Waterfalls is common. Now, there is one more, and I don't want you to let it fool you. Paige.
Visitors.
Visitors is
Common.
common. Did you guys see that? Look up here. Visitors may be capitalized, but why is it capitalized? Everybody.
It's a common sentence.
Yes, because it's at the beginning of that sentence. Do you normally need to capitalize the word visitors?
No.
No, so it is still common. capitalized. Well, the reason it's capitalized is because it's the beginning of a sentence, not because it's supposed to be capitalized. Visitors does not normally get capitalized, so it is still common. The divers may see turtles, sharks, or stingrays in the water. Somebody else who hasn't done it yet. Who hasn't done it yet? Ben.
Divers.
Divers. Divers is?
Common.
Common. Very good. Alex, you want to do another one? The divers may see turtles, sharks, or stingrays in the water. Water. Very good. What does that be? Common or proper? Common. Very good. All right. Who else has not done one? Is everyone? Lily, you haven't done one. Lily. Sharks. Sharks is? Common. Who has not done one? Some of you are raising your hand. I think you did one, but anyway. Maya.
Stingrays.
Stingrays is?
Common.
Common. Only raise your hand if you have not done one. Owen?
Turtle.
Turtles. Turtles is? Common. Very good. All right, so that is going to be the next section on your test. So the first section is making singular words plural. The second section is finding the common and proper nouns in some sentences. All right, now we're going to move on to where you're going to use your proofreader marks to fix sentences. And actually this will be like a section on your paper, but this is not the section on your paper. So right now I need your attention up here. Attention up here, and then we'll do your paper together. So this is the next section on your paper. In the next section on your paper, you're going to use proofreader marks to mark words that should be capitalized and to insert punctuation. Some of you are still forgetting that little insert mark when you insert punctuation. Please put your pencil down. We're doing it up here. We're not doing your paper right now. First sentence says, are you going to, read it with me guys.
Are you going to Hawaii in July, Miss Smith?
I want everybody to stand up. We're going to play a sit-down game. And we're just going to go around the room and you have to tell me something to fix. And all of you need to be paying attention to every single sentence because these are very, very similar to what's on the test. In fact, I looked at your test and I made up my own sentences. That's how similar they were. I looked at them and I said, you know what? I'm just going to change a few of these words around. So I would advise you to really, really pay attention because I've made sure that you have to do all the things that are on the test in these sentences that I made up. You guys understand that?
Yeah.
So, what's first?
You need to capitalize R
Why?
because it's in the beginning of a sentence.
So 3 little lines underneath the word are because it's the beginning of a sentence. What's next?
You gotta capitalize Hawaii
Capitalize Hawaii. Why?
because it's proper.
Yeah, proper noun. A proper noun. Okay? All right, what's next?
You need to put punctuation at the end of Miss Smith.
What kind? What kind of sentence? Very good. So what do you put for interrogative sentence?
Question mark.
That was Abby's. Why are you being told bored now? Abby should have told me that. She said interrogative, and I wanted her to tell me what kind of punctuation that is. So is this interrogative? Are you going to Hawaii in July, Miss Smith? Yes, that is a question. And some of you are not paying attention like I told you to. Even those who are sitting down still need to pay attention. All of you need to be paying attention for every single one of these. We're still not done with that sentence though. Ben, what else needs to be done with that sentence?
The second one.
Ben, I just got through saying, we're still not done with that sentence. Yes, July, because the rule is, everybody, days of the week minus the year, but not the season.
Are we still on first?
We are still on that first sentence, and you should know that, because you guys should know all these rules. Are you going to Hawaii in July, Miss Smith? This is why you need to pay attention. You should know automatically what else needs to be done to that sentence. Because it's rules we've learned. right, you know what? Let's take a break. Let's go over the capitalization rules. Okay, eyes up here before we continue on with this. Capitalize
The first word of every sentence.
Capitalize
Names, title of respect, initials in the word I.
Capitalize
The days of the week, months of the year, but not the seasons.
Capitalize
Holidays and special days. Capitalize
Proper nouns.
Remember, that's a particular person, place, or thing.
Capitalize
Capitalize
names referring to God and the Bible.
and
Capitalize the first word,
the last word, and every important word in
Titles.
of books, stories, poems, and songs. Now that we've done that, hopefully that will help you.
Capitalize Mrs. Smith.
Okay, just one. Capitalize Miss, because Miss is a, everybody,
Title of
a
respect.
title of respect. See,
Capitalize Smith.
why?
Because it's a title of respect.
No, it's not a title of respect. Miss is the title of respect. Smith is a proper noun, or you could say a name. Remember, there's two rules that would do that. You could call it a proper noun, or you could go by this rule, names, titles of respect, initials. Okay, either rule would cover Miss Smith. All right, there is one more thing, Grace. Do you know what else needs to be done?
A comma before Miss Smith because
Yes.
direct address.
Did all of you know that? We
Yes.
are talking to Miss Smith, so we needed to
Insert
a
comma.
Alex, are you paying attention? Are you going to write in July, Miss Smith? We're talking to Miss Smith, so that is direct address. You insert a comma in front of Miss Smith. All of you need to pay attention. Pay attention, even when it's not your turn. Abby, pay attention, please. Yes, I will visit a Christian school. All right, Paige.
Capitalize the word
Because,
it's the beginning of a sentence.
yes, the beginning of a sentence. What else?
Capitalize I
Why?
because we capitalize the initials
It's
and
not initials. You don't want to use that for that. There's only one rule for that.
names. Oh, title. It's the title.
Just say
The
that
word
word.
I.
What?
It's the word I.
Yeah, you don't need to say the whole rule for that. Just say the word I. It's part of this rule. Names, titles of respect, initials, and the word I. But you don't want to get confused. The word I is not an initial. It is just the word I. So just call it the word I. So the word I. Capitalize the word I. Owen.
Capitalize the few Christian.
Very good. That's because that is, everyone, names referring to God and the Bible. See, it has the word Christ in it. People who follow Christ are Christians. Right? Yes?
I also know why you have to capitalize yes, because yes or no at the beginning of the sentence.
That's not why you capitalize it. There's another thing. Yes or no at the beginning of the sentence tells you to do something else.
And put a comma.
Yes, you need a comma. Very good. You put a comma after yes or no at the beginning of the sentence. It's only capitalized because it's the beginning of the sentence. Not because it's yes or no at the beginning of the sentence. All right.
Are we on number 3?
We are on number 2 still. We have not finished number 2 still. Stand up. We're not doing that. You can sit down when you've gotten something right. You need to be paying attention to everything.
Capitalize.
No, is that the name of the school?
Oh.
No, they're just saying it's a Christian school as opposed to a public school or a private school. It is a Christian school, and because Christian has to do with God and the Bible, that's why it's capitalized. If they were naming it, they would call it Faith Christian School or Carroll Christian School or something like that, okay? There would be more to it than just Christian school. Yes, because it is a declarative sentence. So insert, don't forget the insert mark, a period. Next sentence, everybody. My flight leaves on Friday. All right, so we are to Micah. Maya, you need to pay attention still.
Capitalize M in my.
Why?
It's at the beginning of the sentence.
Beginning of the sentence. What else? Jonathan?
Put capitalize Friday because it's a day of the week.
So the rule, everybody, days of the week.
month
of
of
the
the year,
month
of the season.
Lily? Yeah, so it is another declarative sentence. So insert the period. Alex, are you paying attention? I pray that God gives me a job there. I pray that God gives me a job there.
Capitalize the I.
Yes, 2 reasons. Can you tell me one? It's the word I, but even if it wasn't the word I, it is everybody. The beginning of the sentence. But mostly it's the word I. What else, Alex?
Capitalize God.
Capitalize God, because everybody names referring to God and the Bible. Yes?
Insert a period at the end of the sentence.
Very good. Another declarative sentence. All right, next. How exciting that would be.
Capitalize the H at the beginning of the sentence.
Very good. Capitalize the H at the beginning of the sentence. And? Very good. And that one is an exciting
There
sentence.
was one
So-
for everybody.
Yes, perfect. It ended up perfect. All right, now we're going to do your paper because you have one that is similar to that. So everybody pick up your pencil and follow along as we do them together. All right, read the sentence with me. Mom, do you think Mr. and Mrs. Woods will come to our home for Thanksgiving this year? So what is the first thing? Mom. Capitalize mom. 3 little lines underneath. Okay? And then what? No, I don't want you to skip. What's the very next thing?
After mom.
Yes, you need a comma. Insert a comma after mom because you're talking to mom. Direct address. Talking to mom. So insert. Do not forget the insert. Right? Do you remember the insert? Insert the comma. Do not forget to use that insert for the comma. All right. Do you think Mr. and Mrs.? Now let's get on to Mr. Mr. needs to be capitalized. So put 3 little lines underneath. And then you need to do what? No, you skipped something. Yes, you need to end, not a comma, a period. Abbreviated titles of respect get a period. Why didn't we put a period for Miss then?
Because it's not abbreviated.
Very good. That's not abbreviated. That's the whole entire word. But Mr. is abbreviated because it stands for Mr. M-I-S-T-E-R. And Mrs. is abbreviated because it stands for Mrs. Right? We already talked about that. So Mr. needs to insert a period because it is abbreviated and capitalized. And then you're going to capitalize Wood. I'm not there. You guys, we went from Mr. to Wood. Mrs. Capitalize Mrs. And there is no comma. Who keeps saying comma? We are not talking to Mr. and Mrs. What is it? Wood. We're not talking to them. We're talking to mom. We already put a comma for mom. We're talking to mom. We're talking about Mr. and Mrs. Woods. You don't put commas just because it's somebody's name. Who are we talking to? In the sentence, who are we talking to? It says, Mom, do you think Mr. and Mrs. Woods will come to our home for Thanksgiving dinner this year? Who are we talking to?
Mom.
Yeah, so that's the one that gets a comma. We don't put commas for everybody's names. It's just who we're talking to, if we're talking to somebody. We're not talking to somebody all the time, right? All right, so Mr. and Mrs. Mrs. also needs a period because that is abbreviated title of respect. And then the next thing to capitalize is Woods because that is their name. Or you could call it a proper noun. Mr. and Mrs. Woods. What's next? Thanksgiving, because that is a special day or holiday. Thanksgiving is a special day or holiday. And the end of the sentence? Question mark, because that is a interrogative sentence. Now, did you put the question mark after the word for?
No.
You need to make sure you put it after the word year, because the end of the sentence is not after the word for, it's after the word year. Some of you make that mistake on your test, and you put it at the end of the line instead of at the end of the sentence. I invited them to come, James. The word I, very good. Capitalize the word I, which is also the beginning of your sentence. And what else?
Before James.
Very good. Insert a comma before James, because this time we're talking to somebody named James. Okay, I invited him to come. James.
Also capitalize.
Insert a comma before James, because that's direct address. You're talking to James. And what do you need to do to James? Capitalize it and punctuate at the end with a
Insert period.
insert a period. Very good. Insert a period. Next sentence, read it with me. Last Wednesday night, Mr. Woods told about being a missionary in Australia. Start with last, because it's the beginning of the sentence. What?
What was the punctuation there?
You tell me. I invited them to come, James. Period. Why are you working ahead and on the next sentence already? That's why you're getting distracted. Stop working ahead. Stop doing all this other stuff and stay with me. We've already talked about the beginning of the sentence. What's after the beginning of the sentence? Wednesday, because days of the week, months of the year, but not the seasons. Wake up. Wake up. Yes, ma'am? What did we say? What needs to be capitalized? Wednesday. I don't know what you're thinking about, but you need to stop. We have a test tomorrow, young lady. What's next? Mr., because it is a title of respect. Titles of respect get capitalized. What's next? Put a period. Insert a period after Mr. because it is an abbreviated title of respect. You already did it. Come on, keep up. Next is capitalized Woods because it is their name, or you could call it a proper noun. Next,
Capitalize Australia.
Australia because it is a proper noun. Particular place. A continent, also a country. All right, and what kind of punctuation is that one, idiot? Insert a period. Do you enjoy their missionary stories, Laura? Do. Beginning of the sentence. Capitalize the beginning of the sentence. Next. No. That was you. Is that their name?
But a period before, a comma before Laura.
Yes, because you're talking to Laura. So you're going to insert a comma before Laura because you are talking direct address to somebody named Laura. What's next?
Capitalize Laura.
Capitalize Laura because it is a name, or you could call it a proper noun. Punctuation at the end?
Insert question mark.
Yes, because you're asking her a question. You're asking if she enjoys the missionary stories. Do you enjoy the missionary stories? That's a question, right? Please stop playing. You don't have time to play. Is this important? Is it trash? Okay. Next. Mrs. Woods is visiting our class on Friday.
Capitalize Mrs.
2 reasons.
Because it's the beginning of a sentence and abbreviated.
Well, it's capitalized because it's a title of respect. What do you put because it's abbreviated? Abbreviated title of respect get a period. So we don't capitalize it because it's abbreviated. We capitalize it because it's a title of respect. We put the period. So insert the period because it's an abbreviated title of respect. What's next? Woods. We told you that titles of respect that are abbreviated get what? What do we put? Yes. Insert period. Move that hand off your head. of you need to stand up. Stand up. All right, what's next?
Capitalized Friday.
Capitalize Friday, because the rule is days of the week, months of the year, but not the season. What kind of sentence would that be?
Exclamation point. Exclamatory.
No.
Period.
I think it's just declarative, guys. I don't see the reason to make it exciting. Yeah,
Where's my ball?
it's just somebody telling you something, it's not, whether or not you know excited about it. So just declarative.
If you're putting a period after misses or something,
Because it's abbreviated.
I mean, like, why is the next word not capitalized? Like,
Because it's not the end of the sentence. You're not putting the period because it's the end of the sentence. You're putting the period because it's an abbreviated title of respect. Okay? Alright, next, Pastor Smith encouraged us to remember to pray for our missionaries during November and December. Pastor. Alright, so that is a title of respect, but it's not abbreviated, right? So we're going to capitalize it, but we're not going to put a period because it's not abbreviated. And next you're going to capitalize Smith because it's a name, or you could call it a proper noun. So Pastor Smith. What's next? November because it's a month of the year, and December because it's a month of the year, and
insert period.
insert period. Try to make your inserts look more like a TP, nice and pointy on the top, not rounded. All right. Christmas and New Year's Day are winter holidays. Christmas, because it's a special day or holiday. And New Year's Day. All of them, New Year's and Day, need to be capitalized because it's another special day or holiday. What about winter? No, not the season. And what about the word holiday? No, because that's not even naming a holiday, it's just common.
Christmas is also the beginning of the sentence.
Yes, it is the beginning of the sentence.
holiday and it's
And
proper noun.
Punctuate it with a period. All right, now, we already talked about the fact that there were going to be making the words plural, and that's what we're going to do next. So, tooth becomes teeth. Tooth becomes teeth. And we're going to go across, nope, we're going down, I'm sorry, no, down. Turkey. Oh, turkey is in a Y. What's in front of the Y? No.
There's a vowel.
Answer my rule. What's in front of the Y?
A vowel.
A vowel.
Just add S.
You just add S.
What's in front of the Y?
Yes, preceding means in front of.
There's nothing
Preceding. Preceding means in front of it. Before it. Before it, in front of it. Jonathan, have you been paying attention while you've been doing this rule the whole entire time?
That would be behind.
There's nothing. No, that's not behind it. Look at the Y. What's in front of the Y?
Nothing.
You're looking after the Y. That would be after the Y, Jonathan.
Okay.
What is in front of the Y? Before you say Y, you say what letter?
E.
Yes. See, that is before. In front of. When you spell it, you say Turkey. What is in front of the Y? Not after the Y. So since there's a vowel in front of the Y, when you rewrite the word, you just add S. Next is ditch. No, I don't want you to tell me the answer. Tell me what word this is. Ditch. And what do we need to do? Why? What is the rule? So you see the CH, it means add ES. What is the next word? Turtle. What is turtle in there? Is that a rule? No, so you're just gonna add S. So write turtle and just add another S.
It looks like you're adding ES, but you're only adding S.
Well, that's only because it already ends in an E. You're not really adding ES because it already ended in an E, right? All right, next word is wax. What do we do?
Wax.
Add ES because CH, SH, S, X, or Z, add ES. All right, now we have the word fly, which ends in a Y. What is the word Y? A consonant. So change the Y to an I and add an ES. Then we have the word sheep. Ah, yes, you're just going to write sheep again because sheep is singular and sheep is plural. Last one is the word half. What's the rule?
Change the F or FE to a V and add ES.
Very good. So change the F this time because there's no FE, but there is an F to a V and add ES. All right, the bottom section is similar to something that's on the test, but on the test, they're going to make you use, they're going to give you the singular word and you have to write the word in plural in the sentence. This one is just giving you a topic. They want you to write an exclamatory sentence using the title of your favorite book or song and write an interrogative sentence using your teacher's name. But we're not going to do that right now. We're going to go ahead and finish talking about the test first. All right, so the next thing on your test, we've already talked about this and the other thing that was on the board and what we just did on your paper, and we'll be putting stars by those. But the next thing is abbreviated months. Okay, so yesterday we did these on the board, so we're not going to do them on the board today. We're just going to look at them. Eyes up here, please. All right, so capital S-U-N period is Sunday. Everybody say it with me. Capital M-O-N period, Monday. Capital T-U-E-S period, Tuesday. Capital W-E-D period, Wednesday. Capital T-H-U-R-S period, Thursday. Capital F-R-I period, Friday. Capital S-A-T period, Saturday. Now the months. Capital J-A-N period, January. Capital F-E-B period, February. Capital M-A-R period, March. Capital A-P-R period, April. We are going to skip May, June, and July because they're not abbreviated. They won't be on the test because you are writing the abbreviations, right? So the next one that's abbreviated is capital A-U-G period, August. Capital S-E-P-T period, September. Capital O-C-T period, October. Capital N-O-V period, November. And capital D-E-C period, December. All right, you can put stars by those first two sections on your paper. If you want, you can put it by that third section, but again, you're not going to be writing sentences like that. They will tell you declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, or imperative, but they're going to have you use one of the singular words and make it plural in your sentence. So it's sort of like that, but a little bit different instructions. But the other two sections, we're not putting stars with regular pencil. Remember I said we're going to put stars with our red pen or red colored pencil if you don't have a red pen. All right, I do want to talk about the back of your paper because you're going to do the back of your paper, but it's not really going to help you with the test. It is like a puzzle. You see a puzzle of the United States, and they've already done California and my mind's gone blank. I can't remember which state that is right now. I don't think it's Arizona. I think it's Nevada. But anyway, California, Nevada, and they put doc and tour together to make doctor. So that's what you're going to do. You also have to finish filling in the words down here, which they are all abbreviations. You're writing the whole word after it. They have S-E-P-T. So in a way, it's going to help you with the test, but the doctor, would doctor help you? No, doctor is not, but there are the months of the year, but then there's also, titles of respect down here. And those are, you're not gonna have to know the whole thing. So this is on your own, doing that on your own. And you're gonna find the puzzle piece and find the state and write the, whatever's on that puzzle piece of the state. Put that little piece of abbreviation, or the whole word, I guess it is the whole word, not the abbreviation, on the paper.